Tell me your stance on fashion and when you get up in the morning and decide to get dressed.
Fashion.
What you're thinking.
Waking up in the morning and deciding to get dressed is probably the longest part of my day. I have too many clothes, I have too many options, and dressing is always so spontaneous. It always depends on the mood, plus the occasion, plus your little badass, daring touch that I like to put on my outfit every time. So it's always borderline tough, yet a little sexy sometimes.
You said the word badass, and I admire your edge, and we're not going to zoom in, but I did say that through this dress I saw a piercing. And you said, if Access Hollywood is fine with it, I'm fine with it.
Yes.
And you just like to push the envelope, right?
I mean, really, I don't do things for the response or for the controversy. I live my life like I want to. Like I have fun, and a lot of the clothes I see are usually just the clothes that I like and the clothes that I'm attracted to. Sometimes are sheer, sometimes are bolding, sometimes are very daring, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with buying a sheer shirt, because if I bought it a sheer, that means I was okay with you seeing through it, whether it was my bra or whatever else. I wear it my way. Someone else might wear it with a bra, someone else might wear it with a tank top, someone might wear it with booby tape, and someone might wear it with none. And I happen to fall in that category.
That's so funny. So I assume you're referring to the top the other night that made news.
Yes, I mean, I just like to have fun with clothing. I get caught a lot of times without wearing a bra, according to everyone else, but it was never my intention. Or if I don't wear a bra, that means I didn't want to wear a bra. And it's not usually for attention, it's just because it would mess up the outfit completely.
For you. There are rumors you have a new album coming out.
Ooh.
Is that true this year?
Actually, I have not started working on new music. I've started working on the new sound, but I haven't started really recording it. This year, we kind of left a little room to play in other playing fields, like movies, acting, fashion. I'm getting into fashion a lot more, really spearheading it as a designer. And I'm working with several different brands. I started with Armani. We are designing, I got to design 2 capsule lines, one for the fall collection, and the second one was for the current spring collection. And it's fun. I mean, I love designing. I love creating. Creating is something that, you know, a creative person, we love putting out creative ideas and anything that comes to mind. And whether that's through music or fashion or movies, it's just all these different outlets that you get to play with, which is exciting for me.
I know Katy Perry is one of your besties.
Yes.
And I heard you two may be doing a song together. Is that true?
We have been working on this for years. We still are trying to make a song together, Katy Perry and I. She is one of my favorite musicians, as well as one of my favorite people in the industry. She's very uncalculated, very sure of herself, and that's something that's very rare in this industry to find. It's very easy to be persuaded and you know, by all these different outlets, all these different people, and all these different cultures, whatever it is. But if you're not sure of who you are as a person, then it's a little difficult to portray that through your creativity, through your visuals, and let people know who you are. And Katy, she's very good at doing that. She was very good at doing that even meeting her. So we kind of connected really, really, really soon, really quickly.
So that song may come out soon. When
the song will probably come out in a while. I won't say it's happening right now, but it's going to happen.
So do you two go get like manicures and pedicures together? It's that type of thing?
We hang out, we have dinner, or we just, you know, bachelorette parties. Whenever we're in the same city, we try to do something, whether it's see each other for 5 minutes for a hug, or whether it's partying all night at some random after party for an award show or something. We try to hang out as much as we can, which is very rarely because we're so busy. She's a busy girl, and so am I. But if we're in the same city, we definitely make sure we make it happen.
Battleship. How much fun was that? I heard I don't want to curse, but you're a badass, like you said in this film.
Thank you
Tell
so
me
much.
about it.
Battleship was super fun. It was such an amazing experience. Working with Peter Berg was, I was spoiled. I'm spoiled. It really got me interested in working on other films, and Battleship was such an immense experience. It was a lot of action, which I love, a lot of shooting weapons, which was fun. I got to play a really cool character, which is a female. She's a weapons officer. She loves her weapons. She knows them very well inside out. Not only hers, but all the weapons on the ship. And she's one of the guys, which is kind of a little close to my real lifestyle.
Who would win in a fight, you or Brooklyn Decker?
Ooh, well, it depends on real life or the movie.
You're like, real life?
You know what? I don't know. I don't really think about that. Brooklyn Decker in the movie, she plays a fiance, so she's a complete feminine beauty, and she's the beauty in the movie. Everything is so tough and grimy, and every time they flash back to her, it's like, really? That blonde chick? She's so gorgeous, and every time you go to her in the film, I saw clips of the film, it's just so annoying, really.
Oh, you should talk.
She's so beautiful, and every time they go to me, I'm just like one of the guys, but she's the female in the film, so I don't really compare with her. She's stunning.
You're a blonde now.
I'm a blonde right now.
Is that your favorite hair color?
No.
What's your favorite?
Black. Black is my favorite hair color, hands down. It's so easy. It's almost like I was born a brunette. Really, my natural hair color is like a rusty sand blonde, which is gross. It's like green almost. And I prefer it to be one way or the other. I'm an extremist, so it either has to be all the way blonde or all the way dark.
I know you're a big Snooki fan.
Yay!
And you came out when she was pregnant. Will you send her a gift? And is Jersey Shore sort of your guilty pleasure?
I mean, who knows? Jersey Shore is hands down one of my guilty pleasures. I won't say guilty pleasures because I'm proud to say I'm a Jersey Shore fan. I love that show. There's nothing about that show that's not entertaining because it's real life. And a lot of the times people are so hypocritical in the way they live their lives and the way they perceive other people's lifestyles. And I feel like Jersey Shore, that's a household of every friendship. Everyone has a Pauly D or a Situation or a Snooki in their group of friends, and I feel like that's why we connect to them so well. And Snooki, I mean, she's awesome. I'm so happy for her. It's shocking to the world she has a baby because we've now perceived her as this character, but she's really a human being. She's a grown woman, and women have kids. We're reproductive machines. That's what we're here for.
Does anyone call you by your real name, Robin?
Yes, and a lot of people that work with me have learned along the way that Robin is probably the quickest way to get a response. I'm so used to hearing Rihanna, Rihanna, Rihanna that if my assistant, she says Rihanna 10 times, if she says Robin once, I automatically look around because I feel like it's my mom or my aunt or my cousin or somebody that knows me. So even if a fan on the street calls me Robin, I always look around.
So you're big on Twitter, and you were one of the first celebrities to come out about the Coney video and saying that you wanted to support it.
Yes.
Do you plan on making a film?
Well, I would say with Twitter, I was completely anti-Twitter for the longest time, and I felt like a really big piece was missing between my fans and I, and that was them knowing who I was as a person, getting them to know me, my personality a little more. And I finally decided, you know what, the only way to do that is to talk with them one-on-one, and I felt like Twitter was the perfect outlet to do that. And Twitter has brought about so many different opportunities, not only for me, but for, you know, other foundations that I can help, like the Coney 2012 Foundation, Invisible Children. We've been very active with them and trying to get the word out and spread the word and get my fans involved because they're so, the foundation is so driven by youth and their enthusiasm and their stand in things that are not okay. You know, in America, we see things that are not okay and things that are so foreign to us. And in other countries, it's been something that's been going on for a quarter of a century. So for American kids to say, this is not okay, we have that freedom, but we know that that freedom shouldn't be a luxury. It's a right. And to get the youth involved with something like that, I'd love to be an outlet, something that can help spread the word, even if it's to the 14 million fans on Twitter. I'd love to do that. And the Coney 2012 Foundation, the Invisible Children campaign, it's such a powerful, strong message, and it's something that I really want to get involved in, not just on the surface, but I want to get my hands really dirty with that project. So I'm planning on going to Uganda later on this year, even if it's for a day or two, just to really spend some time with the victims and really suss out the whole situation.
And possibly make a film, because I know you...
Absolutely. Invisible Children, they've also been reaching out to me about doing a film. So it's something that I would love to do. And that's why I really want to go to Uganda, so we can really... I want to make it mine. I want to make it something fresh. I want to make it something new, but something very, very powerful, and something that speaks to the youth and the people of the world.
And that would come out later this year. You said you were going there, possibly?
Later on this year.
Wow.
Yeah, it can't be past this year. This year has
Right.
only just started, so we have to do what we can right now. Regardless of the backlash, a lot of people associate Invisible Children with finding Coney. Getting Coney famous is not really about Coney himself. The government is dealing with that. Obama has signed on to helping with that, so that's completely out of our hands. Right now, what I'm really interested in and what I'm working with Invisible Children on is really helping the victims. There are thousands, there's so many people and children of these people and their grandchildren and babies being born into this that we need to help. A lot of focus needs to be, diverted onto the kids and the people who actually need the help, and that's where we're putting our focus. It's not really on Coney himself. I really can't do much to find Coney himself, right. But I can do whatever I can to help the children who've suffered through his hand on his behalf.